All right, where are we going?
Went to the Vault Conference in, is it Palm Springs?
Palm Beach, West Palm
Palm
Beach.
Beach. Yeah.
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 What's about conference?
So it's a business conference by Value Team.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
what are we hoping to get there or do?
Well, meet with a bunch of people and hear some people talk about business stuff and all of what God's doing. I have no idea. So you're trying to not go in with intentions, but intentions to hear what's going on and what God's doing.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have a good time, just the two of us too. So the intentions I have is to experience some time with my husband and to enjoy that time. I'm excited to go to this conference. Nate's been wanting to go to this conference now for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be good to hear the different business coachings and thoughts and speakers. Do you have any idea who's supposed to speak?
Nope. I don't remember. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one name that sticks out that I think is kind of funny as a business coach. I don't know
Yeah, I mean, I know Patrick Bet David.
Patrick Bet David, but as far as like Tom Ellsworth, yes. But there's somebody else that's supposed to be a main speaker, and to me, it's kind of common because I don't see him as like a business coach, but I see him more of an entertainment person, professional in entertainment. It's The Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be
Enjoy.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would look at it like.
I mean, he's made
Obviously,
business out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
good tons of things in the business side of entertainment. Entertainment's business, we know that.
Right. So we've got about 2.5 hours till we're there on Florida Turnpike from the Orlando Kissimmee area. And so we're going to enjoy the drive and time together. And then I go to our VRBO first. We got one of those nice VRBOs, a little place to ourselves. I'm not nearly a fan as much of hotels as I used to be. So
Yeah.
we're going to check out a little house and see what it's like. But here we go. It is officially 1:43 p.m. So we should get there right around 4 o'clock. Be pretty good. So here we go. And we're just commenting that the sky does not make it look like it's 2 in the afternoon. It is gray out. It's crazy. It looks really, really more like 4:30 or 5, maybe 6 o'clock in the evening. What do you
Yeah,
think?
right.
Yeah.
But there's a huge storm coming in
There's a huge storm.
from the west.
Really?
I mean, look at it that way.
Well, that's true. Okay, I'll show you. Here's the big old storm. It looks like something. Well, as my brother-in-law would say, he doesn't like ventures, but we do. So we're in for an adventure, it looks like, at least with the weather.
Always on one. Yeah.
Always on an adventure. Yeah, that's right. I'm excited. Ooh, it's starting to drizzle. Okay, here it goes. not traveling too light on this one because you're going to another show in Nashville after we're done at this conference. But this is a really cool VRBO that we're staying at. Let's see if we can find the big lizard that greeted us, but our little suite is behind the main house here, but what a cool place to be. Big old palm trees. And we're literally like a quarter mile, it's not even that, from the ocean. Literally down the street. Just that way, like just blocks. So we get to get our stuff inside. All right, so we got all settled in our VRBO. It's cute. We've got this little living room with a TV, and then behind me is the room. I'm gonna go look at that here. I'll switch you around here. So it's got this cute little room, and then closet space, and then they've got an air conditioner, and then this nice bathroom. It's a nice place. I like it. It's cozy for a couple to be here. And our kitchen area is down here. Very nice kitchen. Has all the things you need. Needs looking up where we're going for the conference. And, you know, all the essentials, coffee makers and blenders and microwave and dishes, glassware. Pretty good deal. Nice place. Little stove and oven. It's kind of cool. Nice fridge. So, anyway. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool little place. We've got a pool here to share with other people staying at this VRBO. It's a neat old house that's been converted. I don't know if this would have been like the carriage house where they parked the horses and carriages that they've converted, but it's kind of like a duplex with a washer, dryer, laundry center in the middle. And then there's a garage on one side, the main house on the other, and a big pool over there. So pretty cool setup. I think we're gonna go for a drive. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah.
We're gonna go check out where we're going tomorrow and get registered?
That's good.
Okay. We're both like in here and it's quiet and resting and restful, and it's like better do something before we just go to bed and go to sleep. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, adventures.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on our way to the car, but these flowers are so pretty. Look at this garden. Isn't that pretty? Look at these. Just so pretty. And these flowers. And we're going out our gate. Look at how handsome that man is. Thank you. And then we got some cool lava style rocks in the front garden. And then look at these things. They're purple. How cool are they? Anyway. Pretty place. Pretty place. Headed to the convention center. Oh, check it out. Cool area. Kind of reminds me of a nicer version of North End of Denver right now. Right? All right, well, there's the convention center. I'm connected to the Hilton. A lot of people getting in. You can see in the front, there's the Vault Conference flags sitting there. So that's where we're headed. And see where we end up parking. I think there's a parking garage behind the building, so that's where we're going. Okay, we made it in. It is loud and happening in here. Got a DJ going. There's a long line for ticket holders, but we're in. This is the conference we're at. And yeah, we're gonna just wander around. It's day one, so probably just kind of get our bearings and then maybe even go see the ocean for a minute.
Yeah.
Ready?
Sounds good.
All right, we're looking through the Vault store. Lots of shirts and hats. Nice hats. And then they've got glassware, shoes over there. Nice little selection. It's great. Okay, so we finished our time scouting out the conference area. Looked for like where there's food and places to access like drinks and all that, so we're ready for tomorrow. And a common thing that we find in conventions is that they assume that people who are gluten-free would like to eat a salad.
Do I look like a salad person to you?
So they don't give you any other option. So you're either eating a vegetable thing or nothing. So
You can do intermittent fasting.
that may have to happen tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. But we are driving out and we're looking to see if we can find the view of the ocean. Right?
Yep.
Look at that cool building. Oh, and look at this road we're driving down. How fun is that? Palm trees swaying in the wind. Yeah, going down and driving straight at the ocean, straight ahead. Pretty cool little shops along here. Okay, we're getting close. That be the ocean straight ahead. What do you think, Nate?
There it is.
There it is. Oh yeah, down here, clock tower. Look at that clock tower. That's really cool. They have another one on Daytona Beach. Was it Daytona Beach that we went to that had the clock? Yeah. Very neat. And the waves are kind of rough out there. Awesome. It is raining. It's unfortunate that the camera cannot get how cool this is. What I like is the architecture along here. Look at this building. The houses are cool. Oh. Cool living. It looks like we're driving up to the side of the White House here. Look at the columns. If you don't know, I'm all about columns. Alright, we are headed back to the resort. We are headed back to the resort up over the bridge and in through town. And we are gonna go and rest. Ready to rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Alright, so see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is actually lunchtime, midday through the conference. We're getting some sausage here. We're gonna sit down and have lunch and update you guys. We're on day 2 of the Vault conference, and we are actually at like 1:15 in the afternoon. The morning was just really busy and full. We've had a lot of interesting things we've learned, just stuff that was reminded. What was your favorite part? Sorry, what was your favorite part of the first session?
Well, the first session was just kind of going through, reminding you of why you're doing this in the first place, I think. So that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it brings up a lot of stuff that really makes you think about why it is that we're doing this. I mean, with all the changes we've been doing for everything in all the different businesses that we've built and run, it's, yeah, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
So still trying to figure that out, I think, to a certain point.
Well, my why has always been for our family to have the freedom to do the things that we're supposed to do, that God built us to do, for our family to be able to set a tone of, generational wealth for our family. And all of the things that we've been going through, I feel like break the spirits of stuff that we've attached to us, the things and all that. And it requires a complete reboot of our system. So, that's why we go to a conference like this, is to be challenged and to hear questions that maybe nobody else could ask you, but you need to be asked. You need to think about and answer for yourself on your reasonings for things and your, processes and your decision making and who you hang out with and all of that, in order to allow you to put in your own spirit what's needed to be nurtured, between you and God, for what it is you're going to be doing next. And for us, we're turning the page right now in our lives as far as doing new things, building new businesses and that kind of stuff. So I think for me, at least, it's been a enlightening, revealing time so far. I wouldn't say it's all Debbie Downers or anything like that. Actually, it's quite the opposite, because it's good to have those things exposed and to have those hard conversations, even when they suck. So that's my thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. So I'll show you the venue here. We're sitting in the back rows because, well, I like to be able to get up and stretch my legs. Commercials here are hilarious. If they're playing over lunch break, it's The Rock. He's going to be speaking at some point here. And so they've got him dressed as a woman running all over the screen and acting like he's,
He's selling his
secretary.
energy.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So it's quite funny. But anyway, we'll try to get you guys updated as we go through. But Patrick Bet-David spent, 4 hours on stage this morning?
Yeah.
Walking us through a book. I don't know. Do you have your book? You want to show them how big the book is? So when you walk into this conference, you get a book, and look how thick that is. And we got to page 70 something?
Yeah, 70, I think.
Yeah. So out of how many pages are in that thing?
I don't know.
Like 200. 236.
230, 240.
245, something like that.
Yeah.
So we got through page 70, and we're trying to get through to the next one, so that we can, I guess they're going to run late tonight with intentions to be able to allow us to get as far as we can and have a longer day on Saturday. Saturday, Nate's flying to Nashville for a project, so we want to get as much information squeezed in now. So, and then a quick note about the VRBO. It was quiet. It was cool, nice temperature.
Yeah, it's nice.
It was clean, and it just was a little rough on the sleeping side. We're used to a more soft bed and softer pillows, and it was like sleeping on a brick. But I'm hoping that tonight we'll be so tired it won't matter. So, other than that, it was nice. Yeah, when we signed off yesterday, we drove home to the VRBO and we made dinner. We had a couple burgers and stuff that we had brought from the house to cook. And we just had dinner and then went to bed. We were out, done. I don't know if you could tell, like, neither of us were willing to make the decision to get out of the truck yesterday and go look at the ocean. We're right there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I think this goes till 10:30 tonight. So
that's what they're threatening. Yeah.
So we'll see how late we stay up. You'll probably just get home and go to bed.
I don't know.
We're supposed to do some homework.
I was gonna say they're sending everybody home with like an hour's worth of homework. So. Yeah. And I've got videos for you guys to edit, so we'll have to get on that as well. But anyway, let me show you the room here, and then we'll probably get back into conference, and I'll show you what I can as the conference goes through. Okay, so this is the conference room. Stage is big. We got big American flags on both sides of the room. Stand up. I'm being lazy. And pretty good setup. Big old American flag over here as well. And then over the entry doors, we've got the Vault Conference stuff going on. Go down there as well. So yeah, this is where we're at. Nate and I are sitting in the back row here because we like the back rows for the spoiled, rotten, crazy, rebellious type that like to sit in the back. But yeah, I'll zoom in a little bit for you. There's the stage. It's a pretty cool LED screen. So, and running ads while they're getting ready for everybody to sit down and join the next session. So we'll share with you what we can. Well, hey there. We just had dinner at Chipotle. You're just going to keep seeing us on our meal breaks because there's a lot going on at the conference. Nate's navigating and getting us back to that convention center. But yeah, we just went to Chipotle and had some chicken. And today has been a deep dive on entrepreneurial things and personal things. So it's like you've been drinking from a fire hydrant. Right, Nate?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Was there anything you want to add since our last talk?
No.
Yeah, our brains feel like they've been put in a vice and squished and then overfilled with the fire hydrant. So, but it's good. So we are headed back. We're going to go to the final session. Tonight's session goes from 6:35 to 10:30 p.m. at least. He's threatening to go all night. We'll see. But it'll be interesting to see what we cover. I like on page 108 or 109 in that big workbook. And out of 200, whatever we said before. So, yeah. I feel like it's going to be interesting to see. And then we have a lot of homework we're supposed to do tonight individually. So hopefully it doesn't go all night. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll show you where we're driving here. We're going to go into our next session and I'll get you another video clip of some of the stuff going on in there, but trying to be respectful of the people around us because everybody's studying and I don't want to be interrupted with putting out a camera. But it's a bit crazy. There's 6,000 people in attendance for this one. And yeah, pretty cool. So here we go. Good morning on this humid morning. We are headed back to the conference from our VRBO, and I had to show you guys some really cool flowers. I already pointed out these purple plants here, but I mean, come on. Didn't realize they have these beautiful blooms on them all over. So cool. Anyway, we are headed back to the conference, and hopefully today won't be quite as late and long, but we'll find out. Getting in the truck here. Whoa. Good morning, Nate. You ready for another day?
Yeah.
Yeah? You look handsome, man. Yeah, here we go. All right, some things I've been appreciating on this drive out is the tree-covered roads. I love that. Our hometown in Loveland, when I was a kid, had tree-lined, tree-covered roads with trees down the middle, and it's no longer. So it's neat to see such a beautiful canopy as you're driving down the road. And then there's some pretty cool places along here, but I'm always looking at the plants. What are you looking forward to the most, Nate, for today?
I have no idea. Like this whole thing, I'm just taking it as it's coming at me.
Yeah, I mean, what's your honest gut opinion on how the conference has gone for you?
Well, I think there was
if there was expectations, but we've been to a ton of these kinds of conferences, or we've done a ton of these kinds of conferences, and they all kind of tend to be the same kind of hype, uppy up, and then sell. And that was one of the things I think when we first started talking about this, we're like, okay, so we're both agreeing to not buy anything, right?
Right.
Because, you have celebrities here, and they got their own brand, and they got their own shtick, and they got their own thing that they're trying to hustle and sell, so there's different groups of people that are typically at these kinds of things. I won't name any of the other ones, but we've been to a few of them where it's just always like a lead into the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And then when they finally get you hooked on the whole deal and you're like, wow, this is really great, then you got to drop 50 grand to be into the inside of the program. And then, you got to put in 90 days of work, and it ends up becoming way more than you expected. Well, this is kind of, well, it's not kind of, this is absolutely not that.
That's right.
And I think that's the thing that's always kind of drawn me to the valuetainment team of people, is because there's pretty straightforward upfront kind of stuff. So if you get in with their PBD consulting, or if you get in with, some of their other systems or things that they're doing, the fees are what they are. So you're not getting a surprise. Oh, by the way, here's another 50 grand if you want to participate. And so I think that part, the integrity, the honesty, the upfrontness about what it is that we're doing at a conference like this makes sense.
Right, I agree.
I think their price point for where we're at, in this general admission, is right on the money, because I think we're only missing out on 2 or 3 things.
It was one meeting and a dinner and a party.
Right.
And the rest of it we're getting in the conference. Yeah, so it was
2 or 3 things maybe.
Yeah, so it's a meeting, a dinner, or a meeting, a dinner, and a party, I think is what we're missing. There might have been like a lunch that was specific for the higher end groups, but I mean, you were able to get us in to this conference for buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free, or something like that, because they also have a really huge commitment to marriages. And so they wanted to be able to have the spouses there, which I really appreciate, because, with everything we've been going through, which we haven't really shared much on our channel, but we've had a lot of changes in our professional business, and we're restructuring and rebuilding a lot of things. Reorganizing is the professional word for it. Yeah. We've needed to have ourselves surrounded by professionals who speak the truth, but have the equipment to give us, push in the right direction at the very least, if not the momentum in the right direction. And so with that said, I feel like this has been a really good investment of time for us. Plus, although it's been lots of hours and going fast, and quite frankly, we're still recovering from driving out from Colorado to Florida. We literally had one day at our house here in Kissimmee before we left to come to this conference. And then, Nate's leaving tomorrow afternoon on a plane to go work an event for a partner company in Nashville for 4 days or 5. So this isn't a vacation in any way, shape, or form. I mean, it would be nice to be able to say we got to hang out at the beach together and all that, but there'll be a time and a place for that when it's appropriate. So, anywho, navigating some strange traffic issues. Just missed the bright line. Anywho, this is my husband, whom I'm very pleased and proud of. And I'm really glad that we're getting to be a partnership in this. Even though I, really believe that my role as the wife is to, support and lead from the side, I still am really involved in all the business stuff. I'm getting really distracted because there is an armed escort of. So there's this armed escort. There was a bus that's like a jail bus that just came through, and all these police cars just blocked off the roads and everything.
Con Air.
Yeah, maybe. Well, nothing short of adventures. Oh my gosh. Bus has to cross over and everything. Nothing short of adventures with us, but we've got our parking pass, so hopefully we won't be stuck in the 45 minute wait again. And we've got our books. We did our homework. Homework was just personal development stuff, asking questions like, how do you think the world sees you and how do you see you? Working through those kinds of things because, you need to actually ask those questions.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's really been the whole last, 4 or 5 months. It's been working on the personal development stuff. And it really is more important, I think, to deal with yourself first, because you could be like, oh, I want to do this thing and it's going to be really cool, and I want to do this business or this art thing or whatever that's involved in any industry. And if you don't know who you are, and you don't know what you want out of things, your expectations and your intentions will get yourself so sideways and twisted up you won't know what hit you. And that's kind of more or less what's happened to us. We got ourselves all expecting things and had intentions to do certain types of things. And by all means, we've been really, for all intents and purposes of what people would call successful, we've been successful. And that's actually hard for me to say, but we have been. And then we've also been on the other side of it. And I don't know that most people or many people can even handle those things.
Well, if you think about it, business owners who are entrepreneurs are unique individuals to start with. We're a unique crop of individuals, right?
Yeah.
But then you add in the fact that you dedicated 100% of your life to this, as far as your professionalism and your education and all of this. Very few people, unfortunately, get to that point as an entrepreneur. And very few people are able to sustain it. This building that we're sitting in with all these people, this building we're in, and all the people that are sitting in that building are a unique percentage of our culture.
Yeah.
And including us. And so, irregardless if you've made $100,000 or you've made $180 million in a year, the fact that you have the fortitude to stick out the process and do what's needed to make that work and meet all the regulations and all the insurance requirements and all of the things that are being compounded on top of entrepreneurs on a regular basis, that's an incredible achievement. And I feel like both Nate and I, although I can't say we're hitting because we're coming out of it, but we've hit a point where the business has to change because the culture of the business that we've been doing is not sustainable the way it was in the industry it's in. Am I saying that right? And so it's a forced change, but at the same time, you don't see us giving up.
No.
And it would be very easy in culture to just say, go get a job. But that's the absolute opposite of our character. It doesn't fit who we are. And irregardless of how easy that sounds or how simple that sounds, because it does sound simple and easy, and it is way more simple in a lot of ways, it complicates our freedom. And we value our freedom over everything. And, because what we're fighting for is the ability to make decisions in real time without having to ask permission for our family. Right? So we're going through this class so that we can be around people who think like us. I mean, there was one Hispanic gentleman who was sitting with us. So much fun. Loved him. He's so much fun. But he got so tired he couldn't stick it out the last hour of the conference last night. We got out of there at 10:30 p.m. roughly, 10:45. And Patrick Bet David, they call him PBD, was threatening to go to 11:30. So I'm glad that he cut it off when he did. But yeah, anyway, we are about to pull in, and we've got some sleep underneath our eyes, so that's good. We're rested, and now we're gonna head into the parking garage. And luckily, there is no line. You go over there. There's no line, so we are pulling straight in, and we're gonna make this work. So.
Good morning. Thank you.
We'll see what's up for us next. Here's the parking garage. Gonna go find parking. Is it a right day or a left day, Nate?
Left.
Ooh, it's a left day. Nate always goes right. So we've gone left twice now in our history of this building. You just laughed. It's the truth, though. You're always a righty. Quite frankly, I think I'm always a righty, too, if you really think about it. So, lots of parking. Not a problem. No problem, Mom. All right, we're backing in. All right, so we're walking in. Here's the digital signage in this place, but we're going in. I was just commenting, Nate. It's noisy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we're just like old road people, so we're just not used to this because we haven't been doing shows like 7 a.m.
Well, personal life, I choose quiet. Professional life is loud, so this is fun.
Yeah.
Let's go show the booths.
7 a.m. 7:45.
7:45. Yep. So they've got the Rocks booth over here because he's got energy drinks and that kind of stuff going on. Soaps and skincare. So they've got his clothing. And then they've got his skincare line. And then of course they've got like coffee over here, which has got a line. So we're walking in over here to this is where we checked in the other day, and then this is the main venue. Got some booths over here, but we're headed in to the conference again. Okay, we're in here. You ready for a crazy morning?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's almost 8:30 and it's gonna start.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I'm taking a little break right now. They're talking about the AI stuff, and I found this cute little coffee stand, so I've ordered some coffee and going to take that today. He's listening in, and he'll update me on things, but so far the conference is going well. We're on the end of the hallway where all of the people are checking in and getting ready to go, but we're cruising. Going to learn the next few things, that are in the classes, so... All right, so we have just enjoyed the first full session. How are you feeling about things now, Nate? Because I think people could see a difference in how maybe we're taking the information.
Yeah, you think you could tell the difference?
Oh, yeah.
Probably watching back some of this, yeah.
I would agree. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I feel like
when I came to this the first time, when we first walked in the door, I'm like, kind of somewhat skeptical. Been doing events, we've done all this stuff before, and now I'm kind of feeling like all these questions are getting answered, and my mind is kind of blown. Not even really overwhelmed anymore. I think it's really just hyper focused on what is really the next thing. I mean, yeah, I don't even know how to really explain it other than
So, okay, the phone died. So Nate's going to give you some information about what he's been learning, what we've been learning, right? Speak up loud so they can hear you.
Yeah, so we were talking about, the depth of this conference versus other ones that we've been to, whether, maybe not personally been to some of these other business type conferences, and even just doing like business events or other kinds of things that we've done, or just corporate events, banking events. Like next week, I'm going to another corporate type of event and talking about some stuff that's happening in that corporation, and it's a business specific niche event. And a lot of times you just hear all this stuff, and even going to like some of like I'd say in the niche, you really hear about the stuff that's happening in that specific niche, or even really specifically in that business that they're dealing with. And it's hard to like, how does that apply to me? How does it apply to anything else that we're doing? And I see in it. Early on, we used to do a bunch of stuff with banks, bank events, church events, things like that, and you can hear things out of that, and then you basically just try to strategize and come up with a way to match it to your business. Well, in this particular event, they're not just giving you all the bookends or the things to hold up the structure and then letting you figure it out in the middle. We're actually getting into all the deep actual things, and it's written down. So you go through and you're filling in gaps and sentences and stuff like that, but you're writing it down, and then you're hearing the actual meanings as to why this makes sense. So I would say that's what first attracted me to PVD and the Valuetainment team, and now pretty much sold on it. Like I could see why this was a thing. One of my first questions when we came is like, why do people keep paying money to do this? And that question is answered. I understand why they keep coming back, and I understand why this is a thing. And frankly, the vision that PVD has for this and his team has for taking this thing super big, I can totally understand. And it's frankly, based on what I've experienced today, oh yeah, and yesterday, oh yeah, it's going to be
funny how you
different.
change, because when we were driving to it the first day, you're like, I don't know, and he had like this litany of questions we privately were talking about. And it's funny because the more we go through the workbook and all the things, the more the answers come, which is great.
And really having a workbook is what makes it so I can actually go back through it again. There was a lot of things that I wanted to get when we've done other ones, right? So there's other business coaches that are out there that have a lot of things, but they kind of put them behind firewalls. I mean, a lot of the ways they're making their money is through, a $5,000 book. Or, that comes with like a quick little, it comes with a course, like maybe a 2-day course or even a 1-day course on how to do it. Or maybe like a series of videos you can get behind a firewall or a paywall and watch them. But it doesn't directly result to things, so you can't ask questions. You're not around a bunch of other people going through the same kinds of things.
Right.
And being able to process this stuff. And like the way they're doing it here, man, I'm telling you what.
Yeah. So PVD, if you're watching this or if your staff is watching it, thank you. You've done a great job.
Yeah.
You're encouraging this family, encouraging my husband, which is the leader of our family, encouraging the wife, which is the support system.
Yeah,
and
through your examples of how you guys are living your life with your wife, your family, your business, the people that are tied into it, your kids. I mean, I'm telling you what, even your dad.
That's how we
my
are.
Mom is probably going to be in that same kind of situation in the next few months, a year.
And we want to be able to get to do what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Meanwhile, we are in line for Mexican food. So we are working on getting to that truck right there so we can get our food and go back to our seats. Hopefully we don't have to move around too much. We like the place we were sitting, so we'll see how long this takes. But this is Food Truck Alley today. So there's Asian food, Italian pizza, there's the bistro grill that we went to yesterday, and then down there's Chick-fil-A trucks. So, and then there's this really cool dude right here with me.
It's funny, it's like food trucks, like when we've done food trucks at Fire and Ice Festival and stuff, how we would try to get a really huge wide array. And it's interesting because that conferences like this, I mean, you want to have food trucks, that's cool. Gives you a different kind of option for food instead of the catered crap out of the typical convention center stuff, which doesn't account for anything. Gives you some really unique flavors and helps out small businesses. I'm totally for it. But they got to make this all happen in what, an hour?
Right.
Hour and a half? You got to crank it through.
They got to make their money.
Man, it exposes your processes, like how fast can you process cars, how fast can you get food out.
Right.
Can you make enough food for, like, what is this, 25 people in this line?
Well, there's 6,000 people attending.
Yeah.
And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks, and then a coffee vendor, and then some pre-order lunch boxes from the venue, and a little, like, I wouldn't call it a cafe, but like a snack shop.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I always laugh at convention centers trying to produce food. Like, go to a Comic-Con, like a Mega-Con or something, and watch how they try to produce food. Mega-Con in Orlando did really well.
Yeah.
But
they use the facilities, quick
Yeah,
service
yeah.
as well as food
convention
trucks and
centers,
stuff.
fine. But
Yeah.
they also had vendors that were coming in. They were doing like food
Yeah.
trucks and stuff, but they were in the hall.
Yeah.
You know, trying to put it together. But like, go to Denver Fan Expo.
Right.
All it is convention center food with convention center services, and it's it's freaking out.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
Yep.
So it's fun to see small businesses get the challenge of serving, processing as fast as possible.
Yep.
Get your money in an hour and a half.
Exactly.
Can you do that? Can you do that, or are you complaining about the process, how fast it's
Right.
going?
Yeah,
Exposes your weak spots, that's for sure.
it does. Yep. All right. Waiting to see what the menu actually is. And yeah, go back in and hunker down.
You gonna go up there and look?
Okay, we're on our way back to our house. We had to show you guys this really cool. Stuck in the middle of all this big high rises, and there's a little building. Thought that was cool. We are on our way back to our VRBO. Been a good day?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So cool things that happened for us on our way out was we got to meet some of the people that have been our contacts and got to be introduced to some other people, and then one of the people that we watch on the podcasts and YouTube stuff that coach, we got to meet them. I'm being vague because I don't remember all the names. You're welcome to speak up and tell us the names. But we just went to Publix. Shout out to Publix. Love
There
the
you go.
store.
That's her name, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to like flub up on the other names. You can
Okay,
help
so
out.
yeah, we met with Jamil, who introduced us to some people, some just other people that are in his network, and he's a sales rep at VT, so PPD or Patrick Bet David or Bet David Consulting.
Yeah.
And then we also met Mario, who's been a part of Patrick's inner circle team for a while, which is pretty cool. And we were able to encourage him on some of the videos that he's made about entrepreneurship. And if anybody's worked for us at any point, you probably heard me tell you to watch the entrepreneurship videos. I think he made 2 or 3, maybe he made 3 or 4, but yeah, so it was cool to encourage him to continue to do that, make some more, and So I think he might be making some more content of some type. He was thinking about doing like an AI generated, well, not even really AI generated, but like an article. He's starting to write some articles they could throw on the website or some of the other places that would kind of really speak deeper into some of the entrepreneurship. Because I think that's a big piece for employees and people who want to know how to scale up in a business. Because that's some of the things that for me, I always look for with people that we're working with, people that work for us. It's just to scale up. It's like, as an entrepreneur, we need to find more people who are willing to do the entrepreneurship. And that means, it's not a work-life balance. It's not going to be, easy 9 to 5, 459 clubs kind of stuff. It's going to be, you're in it to win it, whatever it takes through the war, the long-term war to achieve generational change in your family. And entrepreneurship, I think, is a big piece for a lot of people. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, but I think even entrepreneurs that think they want to go for it, they want to do it, and then they kind of get burned by some of this stuff. If you don't have the long-term goal in mind, maybe you're better as a entrepreneur to team up with some people that then you can work together during that whole war of being life changers in your life. There's actually a shirt that I saw one of the kids wearing, and I don't know if it's a PBD VT merch thing or if it was something that kid had, but he said like bloodline breaker, which was an interesting thing because
I haven't seen that one.
yeah, I saw that kid wearing it today and I was like, that's an interesting one. So we might go look and see if it's in the merch store tomorrow. But that's a interesting thing to put on as a t-shirt, to wear it as a title, as an identity to changing your business, changing your life, changing your mindset. Because what we're doing is we're breaking this ingrained, be trained into you improperly programmed mindsets. We're trying to program those out. And some of those things are so ingrained in our mindsets that they become part of our bloodline. This is what we always do. This is who we always are. And we're trying to break that stuff for the next generation. So
yeah,
that might be a cool shirt. Mm-hmm. If nothing else to get for the kids, for us too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been quite the experience. I've really enjoyed going through this process. And you've probably seen as you go through this video, like the beginning of the video, you're seeing us kind of like, okay, here we go. And now we're just like, yeah, it's great. It's not the way it normally goes, though, when you're going into something that's supposed to be life-changing and something that coaches you into something, I don't know, different and new and fresh. So, yeah. Anyway, we went to Publix. We got steak and what else we get? We got sushi. Because we were looking around, Nate was trying to find a place to take us out to dinner, and it was like, let's just go back and cook and hang out and watch a movie. We have some invoicing and things we need to do for our business, and stop running for a while because we have gone go for days and days. Actually, today is what day of the week? Friday? So a week ago today, we left Colorado.
Yeah.
And I've got to edit that vlog, so hopefully you see that before you see this. But yeah, a week ago today, we left Colorado in the morning and drove to the east side of Kansas City, Missouri. And then, yeah, so we've been on adventures. So we're going to go enjoy a nice dinner. Maybe we'll show you a little bit what we're cooking. Shall we?
Okay.
On the way in, this is such a cute VRBO place. It's the main house. We're going to go back to our place. Such a cool place. I know I showed you the flowers this morning on these purple things, but they change color as the sun changes. It's so cool. Now they're kind of a dusty purple. Yeah. Such a cool place. Thank you, Nate. Going over to Unit C. Look at this beautiful, I don't know, I like this lanai area, and then there is a pool off down that way. Really sweet looking pool area. We'll walk down there for a second. Lots of geckos are running all over the place. But isn't that cool? There's a grill back there if we really wanted to use it, but we are headed into our place. Nate's beat me to it. All right, Nate's just unloaded the spread. We got steaks, and then that was really pretty, and then it got loaded upside down. And bananas, chips, and salsa. What kind of salsa did we get?
Mango.
Mango. Let me see.
Mango salsa.
Let me salsa.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. That's awesome. Okay, ready to cook?
Yeah.
Got the pan out. Let's do it. Okay, folks, this is our dinner. We've got steaks. We've got butter. More steak. Chips. And I don't know where our sushi ended up. Oh, in the fridge. We'll get that in a little bit. But yeah, plenty of yum yums and bananas. Gotta have bananas, right, Nate? Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, that's cool looking. Heart-shaped platter with sushi in it for me and my hubby. He's working on his stuff for travel tomorrow, and I've already eaten my steak. Some cottage cheese is getting completed. And enjoying this balabia. I don't know. It's good though. Seltzer. And yes. So yeah. That's dinner. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is our last day going to the Vault Conference. We are headed in to the last session. We're going to have to cut out a little early. It goes till, I think, 2 p.m. And we're having to leave no later than noon because we got to get Nate to the airport for the next event that he's doing. So, yeah, we've had a good rest, a nice dinner last night, and now we are ready to go meet some people and learn some more stuff before we go home. But I have to show you guys this cool weather that's going on. Isn't that cloud beautiful? It's been drizzling rain. One thing we were just discussing that we've experienced here, which is different in Florida versus Colorado, is when it rains in Colorado, it cools down and usually like calms everything and makes it less hot. We'll just say less hot. Here, when it rains, it makes it more hot. So it rained all night and only reduced temperature overnight by 4 degrees. So yeah. But the weather was producing beautiful clouds, and it's going to be a beautiful day. And we are headed into the convention center. Are you ready? We're seated.
Yeah. Here we go.
And who are we going to see today?
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yes, The Rock. It'll be interesting to see what he has to say for business. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, he's running some big businesses, so.
Yeah, right? So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
right, guys. Well, we are done at the Vault conference, and it was incredible. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I think it was good. It was definitely cool. It was funny, the last interview with Rock.
Yeah.
He was definitely staying politically neutral and correct across the board on every question. So it's
Well,
actually quite hilarious.
As he needs to for his
Yeah,
job
yeah,
and his
yeah.
positioning. But
Well,
yeah.
he's in it. Yeah, he's in it, so he can't really get into any of those things. So
Right.
Patrick's trying to get him to do stuff, which is hilarious. I always love Patrick, how he tries to get things going.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brock was doing pretty good at just kind of navigating it with a pretty bland answer, which was good. It was like on everything, so it was pretty funny. But,
right.
Yeah.
Well, all in all, I feel like after going through the whole experience and going through the, can you reach your book and show them how big your book was? I'm sorry. We're eating bananas in the car before we head out. Look at how big this book is, and it's thick. That whole book we studied. They walked us through almost 100% of the pages.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was like drinking from a fire hydrant, but it was really good. And, you know, we've had some very tough but good conversations and decision making independently together. Yeah. And then, yeah, so I recommend the Vault Conference. How about you?
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Going in, we weren't sure, but we're confident now.
Yeah.
And most likely we'll be back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think we'll do it again.
On the way out, the Rock has brands of energy drinks and hair care and men skin care and shoes and everything else. Anyway, they gave us the energy drinks, so I got the peach, not peach, mango.
Tried to give you a peach flavor.
I know she tried to give me.
Yeah, your favorite.
And then grape for Nate. So
yeah, and then had grape.
Yeah, we might show you guys drinking that in a little bit. But other than that, the conference is done, and we are headed to Orlando for Nate to grab a couple tools from our home, and then he's flying to Nashville. So. Anyway, yeah. Here, we'll crack these open real quick, and then we're gonna say goodbye for now. No, mine. All right, I'm gonna try mine. Mango. It smells good. Ooh, that is really good.
Tastes like mango.
I'm a mango freak. Yeah.
Grape. Yeah, it's not a real great grape.
No.
But no, it's grape. It's great.
We'll tell you, I'll have to tell you about it another day or maybe later on. We'll see if we pick up the camera some more, but how the energy part of it works.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we're going to push it. So.
You always, like, if you're pinky up drinking it, your energy's boosted. You're like, big old face. That just comes from a Cuban coffee from way back in the day.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah. Most caffeine you ever had, one shot. Like, wah.
Yeah, it was a thing. So, with that being said, thanks for watching and joining us on this journey. And watch us on the next one. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Please share our page with your family and friends. I know it's not, the normal to, just go start sharing things. But if you can rally for us and help us get our numbers up, that would be really awesome, because we're looking to make this as part of what pays our bills. So we look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. And thank you for following along with us. See you later.
All right. Bye, guys.